Welcome to another session in the Moving Excellence series by Stevens Worldwide Van Lines. Today's training is based on years and years of developing the best ways to move and pack items for safe and compliant transport. You will use these Stevens techniques, so watch carefully. Of course, the best training is your hands-on training, where you will put these techniques to work to protect our customers' belongings and your reputation. Each session will cover a different basic aspect of a successful packing or loading job. But before we jump into today's session, let's review some basics for every job. Proper carton assembly. The Stevens way of assembling a carton is to tape all seams. Make sure the bottom of the carton is taped properly to withstand the weight of the items that will be packed in the carton. Checking for pre-existing damage. As you wrap and pack items, be sure to look carefully for pre-existing damage and bring it to our customer's attention before you pack it. Note pre-existing damage on the carton exterior, then list the specific issue. Labeling cartons. Be sure to clearly label them with contents, room, customer name, pre-existing damage, and in the upper right corner, put your initials or ID number, along with the abbreviation for carrier pack, the letters CP. When packing high-value items and electronics, the make, model, and serial number must be listed as well. Also consistent for every job are some areas of appearance and conduct. Remember, moving is stressful, and how you look and act can make it more comfortable for our customers. Positive attitude. Remember to be friendly, courteous, respectful, and positive while you do your job. First impressions matter. Personal hygiene. Come to work clean, from your hair to your face to your hands and nails. Your appearance matters. Proper dress. You are required to come to work every day in the proper uniform and proper shoes. They need to be clean, wrinkle-free, and in good condition. And wear uniforms that fit. No sagging pants or too tight shirts. Conversation. Please be careful what you say in our customers' homes. No foul or offensive language, and be careful of the subject matter. Use good sense and remember that voices carry, and the customer is very likely within earshot of you. And now let's get into today's session. This segment of the Stevens Moving Excellence series will focus on several packing approaches for items found in most homes. Specifically covered in this session will be picture mirror cartons, memory foam type mattresses, flat screen televisions, rugs, pad wrapping furniture. As you learn and use these techniques, keep in mind that you may carry them over to other items based on what the customer has in the home. Now, let's look at a few specific types of packs. Picture mirror cartons the Stevens way. Special picture and mirror cartons provide protection for customers' pictures, mirrors, and framed art, and these must be stored and transported upright. If a piece is an original or considered fine art, we recommend using special glassine paper to protect the painting or have a crate built to protect it. This is generally best done by a third-party service provider, and the salesperson should note this during the first walkthrough so an appointment can be set up before pack day. For the majority of a customer's photos and framed art, standard packing procedures will work well. Begin with a thick layer of crushed paper in the bottom of the picture mirror carton to absorb the shock. Wrap the frame piece glass down on a clean paper pad. Tape if necessary. Place it in the carton and place crushed paper in and around it to eliminate movement. Framed pictures and art must be stored, moved, and transported standing upright, not flat. Close and seal the carton using the standard Stevens taping method, including clearly labeling the carton. Packing and moving memory foam-type mattresses the Stevens way. Many of today's high-tech mattresses require special treatment. Damaged mattresses due to improper packing are among the most frequently seen claims, but with a little extra attention, they can be packed, loaded, and transported easily. Each mattress must be placed in a new mattress carton or in an appropriate mattress bag. And please note, if there is even a chance of it going into storage for either short or long term, then it must be in a carton. Assemble the carton first and have it standing upright so it is ready to slide the mattress in quickly. Lay it flat. Close and seal the carton using the standard Stevens taping method, including clearly labeling the carton and noting any pre-existing damage. Memory foam type mattresses must be stored, moved, and transported flat. Time is important in handling memory foam type mattresses. The concern we have is in quickly laying the boxed or bagged mattress flat because the movable inside material quickly shifts and settles to one side. These cannot be standing upright even for a little while. Special care must be taken when loading and packing in the trailer, as these memory foam type mattresses cannot be moved or rested upright. They must lie flat for transport and storage. Packing flat screen TVs the Stevens way. Today's families frequently have expensive flat screen TVs, sometimes even more than one. It is worth the investment for you to use the special cartons designed just for these televisions. Just a bump or scratch can ruin the piece or require costly repairs. The special cartons designed for flat-screen televisions will also save you time. They simply fold out, and the heavy-duty foam is already in place to provide maximum protection. Just be sure the cord and remote control are packed inside with the television so nothing is lost or misplaced. Then just place the television into the special carton. These cartons are the best way to transport and can be reused many times. Close and seal the carton using the standard Stevens taping method, including clearly labeling the carton. Although these televisions are large, they are often quite light, so they are placed near the top of the load inside the trailer. You will see this in the trailer loading segment of our training series. Rolling rugs the Stevens way. As with all packing, begin by inspecting and noting any pre-existing damage. Start with the rug on a clean surface. Then, just to help the rug lay flat when it moves to the new location, notice how our trainer has turned back the initial edge of the rug. In this demo, we are showing the rolling of a high-value rug, so it needs to be added to the high-value inventory list. The process is much like the standard rug rolling technique, but it also includes a full paper wrap. The high-value rug is placed on clean, flat paper and rolled with the paper. This is to ensure that the rug never touches itself. Do not tape directly to the rug. After the ends are sealed, clearly label the item the Stevens way. Padding furniture the Stevens way. Furniture comes in all shapes, sizes, colors, and durability levels, so how we pad each piece must be a conscious decision. Begin by examining the pieces and noting pre-existing damage, loose seams, stains, damaged or weak legs. From there are various padding techniques to consider. Let's take a closer look. Cabinet padding the Stevens way. The technique demonstrated here works well with any standard shaped piece of furniture, like this cabinet. The clean, dry pad is spread evenly over the piece, ensuring that all surfaces are covered. The length of the pad should be kept even with the lower edge of the cabinet so that it doesn't drag and cause a tripping hazard when moved. The ends of the pad are then folded, much like you'd wrap a present, and held together with rubber bands. Our trainer used 2 rubber bands together. Then once in place, he moves one down to secure the lower part of the pad. Standard chair padding, the Stevens way. We will demonstrate 2 ways of padding chairs. The technique demonstrated here works well with most sturdy standard chairs. The clean, dry pad is laid open on the floor. The chair is placed diagonally on the pad, resting on the back. Begin by folding the pad over the chair back. Notice how the corner of the pad is tucked into the seat for a tight fit. Continue around with wrapping by folding over snugly. Fold the pad in and pull it up around the legs and toward the seat for the final wrap. For this demonstration and use on most chairs, the pad is held in place by lightly leaning with your knee to hold it against the edge of the seat, while the rubber band is brought under both front legs and wrapped around the tip of those front legs. Then, the remaining large loop is brought up crisscross to hold the pad in place across the chair and brought up around and behind the back. Chair padding, reduced pressure style for weak or fragile legs, the Stevens way. The technique demonstrated here works well with weak or fragile leg chairs. The clean, dry pad is laid open on the floor. The chair is placed diagonally on the pad, resting on the back. Begin by folding the pad over the chair back. Notice how the corner of the pad is tucked into the seat for a tight fit. Continue around with wrapping by folding over snugly. Fold the pad in and pull it up around the legs and toward the seat for the final wrap. For this demonstration, we use a new style loop to secure the end of the pad with a rubber band. Then pull up the rest of the rubber band and loop it around the top of the chair back. This keeps the pad in place without adding pressure to the legs. Sofa padding, the Stevens way. The first step, as always, is to examine the piece for any pre-existing damage, loose seams, stains, damaged or weak legs. Cloth furniture is wrapped in stretch wrap only. Leather furniture is wrapped first in pads, then in stretch wrap. On cloth furniture, the Stevens standard is to use the clear stretch wrap so the fabric is protected. If the material is leather, we use a 2-layer process. In this demonstration, first we cover all exposed leather surfaces with pads, and then use the stretch wrap to secure it. This gives additional protection for the leather. Begin with as many clean, dry pads as you need to cover all exposed leather. Start with the center section, then overlap on the outside ends. Tuck and fold, as was demonstrated on the chair and cabinet wraps, to keep it neat and secure, and to avoid creating any tripping hazards with extra pad material. Next, use the stretch wrap, which comes on a roll and works by stretching, not by an adhesive, so customers do not need to worry about any residue. Begin near the feet on the end where the pad is folded. Working with a partner, pull, stretch, and lift as you walk around the piece, moving the stretch wrap up while overlapping slightly with each round. When you have gone from the feet up to the highest point on the side or back, move back and forth across the top to create a cocoon. Notice how this is done with one continuous sheet of stretch wrap to keep it secure. It is just folded and pressed on the ends to secure it before passing it across lengthwise. The final round is done to ensure the folded ends of the stretch wrap stay in place. In closing, we thank you for the important part you play on the Stevens team. The impression you make, the quality of the job that you do, and the rapport you build with our customer is what makes Stevens the way to move and helps us reach for 100% total customer satisfaction. Please join us again and again for refreshers and tips in this Moving Excellence series. We have materials developed to teach you how to do things the Stevens way, and together we'll benefit from tips and insider experience that come from more than 100 years of successful moves. Here are just some of the other topics available in the Stevens Worldwide Van Line's Moving Excellence series. Stevens would like the opportunity to earn your business. For a free quote and information on all of our relocation services, visit us at stevensworldwide.com. Let Stevens show you the way to move.